Good morning. Today is Thursday, October 23rd. Quick reminder, a couple things. One, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join the Discord community as we started doing beta runs of doing live trading from 8:15 a.m. Central Time to 10 o'clock Central Time. I pretty much talk about Tesla, the 5-minute opening range trade, identify when it's setting up, what I would potentially do as far as taking a trade. Again, you have to do your own analysis to make sure what you're doing is fitting within your trade book. So, getting right into it right now. Economic data again. Nothing coming out today due to the government shutdown. So everybody's waiting for the core CPI tomorrow at 7:30 before the market. Let's get into broader markets right now. We'll start with the ES. ES right now had a pretty good sell-off yesterday. It did bounce back towards the end of the day, and right now you can see that this level that I have up here at 67.3825, actually excuse me, 67.31.5 up to 67.38 and a quarter. Right now I am still leaving this as a green level right now, and we'll see how it responds to today. Yeah, if it rejects here, then I'll turn this green into a red level, which is going to identify that there's going to be a resistance at that level. I would anticipate some downward pressure on the open. There's been just some negative information going on out there right now, and also due to the government shutdown. I continue to say I think this is healthy for the market. I would like to today. My bias going into the market in general is to have a nice little morning sell-off, and then buyers start to step in maybe mid-morning or even mid-afternoon, taking us into the CPI number for tomorrow. I think it could be a choppy day today, and I think that we'll find a direction tomorrow after the CPI number comes out, at least for a few weeks into November. What I have here for levels right now for the downside for the ES, I think it's probably going to be important to hold this 67.03 level. If we lose yesterday's low, which is 66.90.75, I think we quickly move down to 66.62.75, and then I think if we lose 66.39, this looks like a decent mark right here. If we lose this 67.39, call it 67.40 and a half, then I think we quickly move down to 65.96.50, where I think that there should be some decent support down there. We are a little bit away from that, but anything earth-shattering can come out. A tweet, you never know how things can pop. But right now, I'm still leaving this level here, 67.31 and a half and 67.38 and a quarter, as a green level here, because if we get above that in the market and then hold above that, I think we push higher into the 67.56, maybe even the 67.66.75 before we start attacking the all-time highs again. The NASDAQ, pretty similar, although we are failing pretty good now. Pre-market this level that I have here at 24,976.94 up to 25,027 and a quarter. Again, I would say this level here from yesterday, the low 24,804.75 is key to hold. I would go a little lower than that, though. I think if we lose this 24,780 and a half, I think we quickly move down to the 24,647.35. So like I said, I do anticipate and I would like to see some downward pressure this morning before the buyers step in later on this afternoon. And there's no guarantee on that, too. It could be some downside for several days before things start to pick back up again. I think the sentiment right now, I think the entire world seems like they've been bearish this entire year, and they've been getting the shorts squeezed out of them all year. Let's get it into Tesla right now. Tesla, let's look at something holistically first. Let's look at the 4-minute chart. or excuse me, the 4-hour chart, clean chart, just so you can get a nice holistic view of this, right? So you can see right down here, these levels, if we lose these levels here, today's first level, I would say probably a little lower than that, but you can see where this comes in, 415.03. If we lose that level, we're quickly going to get down to $400 and some change. And then, of course, if we lose that level right there, I don't see anything holding us up to 367.99. I think that is, if you look at the chart, long range here, rejection here, popped above it, held. This 370 to me, if you have the patience and wait for it, I love Tesla to pull back to this 370. I think Tesla at the end of the year is going to end up positive from where we're at right now. And but so the pullbacks, I think I would like to see the longs get scared out a little bit before we can then shoot back higher to get to these all-time highs. Let's look at these open POC levels. Yeah, on the 15-minute chart. 15 here. And expand this 180 days. Okay. So we still have some open POC levels. I got to change this to my drawings. There we go. So we still have some open POC levels down 394.28 is the first one, and then that 365.90, which I pointed out just now. So here's the first open POC level we have down here. And this is I think the big daddy of them all, 365.90. So I think, as we were speaking about earlier in this earlier video here, if we have to hold this January 419 in order to stay higher right now. We are below the initial high for the FMOC, so we could get maybe a little pop and then a fade down lower. But the big level here is this original all-time highs back in November of 2021, 414.50. If we lose this level, we are headed lower. And you can see where it all comes in here. There's not a lot of support down here until you get down to these POC levels that you have here. First one at 394.28, and you can see if we lose that, it's just going to be a speed zone right down here to 365.90. As far as the upside is concerned, I like let's look at these SMAs. So we are below the 20-day SMA right now. So until we regain that 20-day SMA, I would not be long. So this level here, I am now turning it red because we are well below it. So there could be, if we do get a pop into that 435 level, there is going to be some reaction there on the downside, or there could be. And that's why we have these levels now. However, if we do regain this September 17th FMOC high, 428.30, I think we could quickly move up into this level right here before maybe we get a little rejection here. So right now we are trading well below the 20-day SMA and yesterday's close, obviously because of the earnings call that we had yesterday. And so right now it is selling off, which is good. So I would like to see Tesla really get us a nice deep pullback over the next few weeks before I would get interested in the longs again. So I would say that the bias today, Tesla could rip on you too. So you got to be careful on that. But I would say that overall today, I think any pop up in here to this level here, if we do get up into this 435-ish level, I would be careful on your longs. Let's go over yesterday's 5-minute opening range trade. The 5-minute opening range trade has been working out pretty good this week, even though we had the earnings call. It was a little choppy, but it's still set up pretty nicely though. So yesterday's opening range, we had 445.55 for the high, 441.20 for the low. It tried to break it a few times, let it pop back up, faked everybody out, and then it finally gave away at around 10 after 9. And you got a nice downside for that. So on the low side, 441.20, and for 915 to 925, you got yourself down to 433.40. So you got about $8 out of that move. So pretty significant. So we trade what we see, and even though you have a bias going into the market, so this is what I am looking at this morning. I am changing my put price to $415 a share, or excuse me, $415 strike price. So this premium price here, I expect this to be a little higher right now because the market closed well up into the 438 range. So this 415, as we approach it lower, this premium price on the put side is gonna move higher. So this could be as high as $7 this morning. But I had those puts up there, and then as far as the strike price is concerned on the calls, I'm gonna put the 435 calls up here, and this 435, even though we closed at $16.80, I anticipate this to be maybe in the $4 range when it opens up this morning, because they are expiring tomorrow. So these premiums are now going to lose their value based on the earnings call being over yesterday. So the implied volatility will come back down to normal. And that is it for my morning analysis. So remember, please like the channel, subscribe to the channel, or like the video and subscribe to the channel. And then join the Discord, and we will see you at 8:15 in the live pre-market room. Thanks, everybody. Have a good trading day.